Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report podcast for today, Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday I upload the Reselling Report to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. Whether you're listening on YouTube or your favorite podcast site, make sure you are subscribed. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday or not. I am fired up today, so we are getting straight into the reselling news because eBay, I have a bone to pick with you, and a lot of others do as well. So people started posting online that they were getting a message from eBay about managed payments. Now, we all know that eBay is transitioning from PayPal to managed payments, where they are going to process payments directly on their site. Same way Poshmark does, Etsy does, Amazon does. So, okay, fine. Most of us have been hesitant to move because we all know is eBay's history of having technical issues, and it was hard to give up PayPal when that's what we're used to. But eBay wants us to move to managed payments. We're all going to have to be in managed payments eventually, so fine. Now, some of us got the message that July we would be put into managed payments, so we needed to get ready. And of course, so most of us kind of dragged our feet. I was waiting. Constant messages, constant reminders. I finally decided a few weeks ago, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get in because I want to make sure everything is set because we still don't know when in July we'll be officially in. So let's just get ready now. And I've talked on the show about how I was glad that I ended up doing it early because I had to submit a bank statement. They were having trouble verifying my account, even though it's the same account I've always had, yada, yada, yada. I finally completed the registration. I'm in, ready to go when they decide to put me in. Still, however, now using PayPal because they haven't told me when I'm going to be in. But assuming by the end of the month, I will be in managed payments. So, okay, a lot of other people got the same message. Now, people are sharing online. They hadn't opted into managed payments yet, and they're getting offers. People are sharing the following screenshots. Your account is scheduled to be enabled for managed payments in late July, and you must register by July 15th, or the ability to create new listings will be interrupted. You only have 1 week left to register. Now, again, this is for people who haven't registered yet, okay? So this is kind of their last warning from eBay. Follows with, as a special offer for Independence Day, we'd like to give you a $50 invoice credit when you register for managed payments by July 10th. Excuse me? Now, this isn't the only one. Some people are getting offers of $150. I'm wondering if it's based on your store subscription. Maybe not. Maybe if you have an anchor, you get a $150. Other premium stores are $50. I don't know. But some people are getting up to $150 invoice credit if they go ahead and register for managed payments by July 10th. Now, why didn't the rest of us who did it earlier get the offer? So I wanted to share a reply that is on eBay's for Business Facebook page, or eBay for Business isn't talking about this credit, but people are putting them in the comments. Now, this is from Julie, who's Casa Chic over on Instagram. I'm sure a lot of you follow her. So Julie posted on eBay for Business Facebook page in the comments of one of their posts. Why are you offering $50 to sellers who waited until the last minute to switch to managed payments, which in effect punished those of us who finally gave in and registered after you sent us enormous amounts of emails, texts, and messages nagging us to do it ASAP? Give all of us this credit. Now, of course, eBay is not responding. This is all over eBay for Business. It's all over social media. And I am genuinely ticked off. You know, why on earth, if people have waited this long and they aren't going to move, do they get an incentive to move when the punishment for not doing it will be that you might not be able to list? Why give people a bonus of these $50 to $150 credits because they waited until the last minute so that they can continue their business, but the rest of us who signed up earlier, we get nothing? You want to give a credit? Give a credit to everybody. Why do the latecomers get the credit when, if they don't go ahead and register, eBay's telling them your ability to create new listings could be interrupted? That should be the incentive right there. You don't go ahead and do this, you might not be able to sell. Not, hey, you might not be able to sell, but let's sweeten up the deal a little bit and we'll give you $50 or $150 in statement credit. I'm ticked off. I am so ticked off. eBay has done this before where they offer some people deals to do whatever. I'm really, really ticked off. You can let me know what you think. Let me know where you are in managed payments. Now, here's the thing with managed payments. If you haven't gotten the messages that you're being put in July, you don't have to worry. Your deadline is further down. You're still using PayPal. Okay. This is for those of us who've been getting the messages. Now, I got message after message after message for months. Well, 2 months, I think. Obviously, they've been sending us messages for ever since they announced managed payments to opt in. But for me, for the last couple months, to do this because I was get put in July, there was no more avoiding it. I needed to register. Message after message after message, and I finally go ahead and do it. And now I'm waiting to be put in. But these people who waited, they get $50. It's not fair. Normally, I'm like, oh, whatever, the chips fall where they may. What's fair is fair. But this is not fair. I'm ticked. A lot of people are ticked. They're posting comments on eBay's social media, which you can do as well. But I will link in the show notes the eBay for Business Facebook page, so you can go over and you can read what people are saying. So I'm sure there will be more comments on their posts. Now, remember, this is not a post directly. You have to look at comments of posts that are already up to see this. But yeah, I'm ticked off, really, really ticked off. But you can let me know what you think, and have you gotten this special offer of a statement credit? And again, if you haven't gotten the messages that you have to opt in, you're fine. You're going to be put in at a later date. But it's for those of us who've been getting nonstop messages that we were going to get put in to manage payments, like it or not. So to go ahead and register. And we did. And now people who still haven't, and they have 3 more days to do it, can get this $50 statement credit. I'd like a $50 statement credit. I pay my fees as I go, yet every month, beginning of the month, I have over $100 I owe because of store subscription fees and promoted listing fees. And I'm really, really fired up with eBay. Not happy at all. Whew, let me take a breath here and calm down and get to the rest of the news for today. We'll stay with eBay. These comments that are on eBay's for Business page are on posts that have just gone up. So they did post seller news announcement. Welcome to Seller Success Month. We're sharing new how-to videos, seller check-ins, and more, all designed to keep your business growing all summer long. Plus, you can access this week's podcast. So if you want to go over and listen to this week's podcast and get excited for Summer Success Month. It's Summer Success Month. Strategies to keep your business growing, whatever the season takes you. See, I'm so mad at eBay, I can't even read their sentences. Week 1, using seasonality to your advantage. Week 2, reducing costs right now and all year. Week 3, saving more in managed payments. Ugh! Every time I see managed payments, I'm triggered. Week 4, taking time away from your business. So this, of course, follows Traffic Month, which was in June, and we are now in the new, what are they calling it? Summer Success Month. So we have that to look forward to. Yeah. So anyway, if you want to go over and read about Summer Success Month, although it's not started yet, even though aren't we in week 2 of July? Yeah, we're in week 2 of July. So of course this week is using seasonality to your advantage. So I guess they're going to come out with something more this week that we can look forward to. Also on the eBay for Business page is the weekly, every other Monday seller check-in from Marnie Levine, who just talks about, all the fluff. She did say at the end, which I thought was interesting, that she encourages people to come to the eBay for Business page for education and inspiration, not to air grievances with eBay. They'd if you have an individual problem, we'd really like you to contact us directly. You don't need to come to the eBay for Business page because it's for education and inspiration. So there's that from eBay. And in one other bit of eBay news, they have a new press release. eBay launches secure local pickup to simplify the shopping experience. Says the enhanced feature enables buyers to purchase items online and pick up directly from sellers in their vicinity. Now this May, they announced that for the mobile app. It says local pickup provides an alternative shipping solution to transactions facilitated within the same region, enabling buyers to purchase item online and pick up directly from sellers in their vicinity, saving them money on shipping fees, and allows for more streamlined delivery process. They have updated the local pickup feature by securing the transaction with a formal tracking event. By using the code scan functionality, The transaction history is immediately updated with the picked up tracking event. This confirms the exchange took place and formally closes the transaction. In the midst of a global pandemic, promoting the health and safety of our users is critical to us at eBay. To prevent the spread of COVID-19 during a local pickup transaction, we recommend following appropriate social distancing protocols. And this has been rolled out in the US, and I guess the big news is that it is now being rolled out internationally in the UK, Germany, Australia, Canada, France, Italy, and Spain later this summer. And it's available to all buyers and sellers on iOS and Android devices. If you are still utilizing PayPal for eBay, and I do want to mention, because I've gotten questions, if you sign up for eBay now, you will go directly into managed payments. You will not be using PayPal. So for those who are still using PayPal for their business, there is a new update on the working capital loans. So this post is from tameboy.com. It says, Monday evening this week, PayPal emailed many sellers with an update as to how PayPal working capital with eBay payments will work, or more correctly, won't work. Paying off existing PayPal working capital finance. There are a couple of interesting points in the email. First, if you have a PayPal working capital advance and your off eBay volumes aren't sufficient to meet your minimum payments, you may need to make additional repayments via your PayPal working capital dashboard directly from your bank account linked to your PayPal wallet or from your PayPal balances. Why can't PayPal create a link to your eBay accounts? A surprising point to note is that PayPal, like eBay's new arrangement for finance with Asto, don't have a solution to check your eBay sales. They had this when they launched in the UK and have always been quite happy to check your eBay sales volumes via IWOCA, I believe, and offer finance based on this. One can't help wondering why, with a couple of years' notice that eBay payments were coming, PayPal hasn't yet built in a similar solution. PayPal is offering to help you migrate away from eBay. It's very notable that PayPal is offering to help you migrate some of your business away from eBay and is willing to help you set up your own web store to sell through, obviously with PayPal built in as the payment solution, and thus with sales that can be taken into account for PayPal working capital. The future of finance from PayPal for eBay sellers. PayPal says that they are working to make alternative financing available. Having built a world-class small business finance solution, it's likely they are viewing feedback from users on alternative solutions, thinking they can put a more attractive offer together and will want to continue working with you. They've got a cracking product, and just because PayPal working capital with eBay payments don't sit well together doesn't mean they won't do everything they can to continue offering finance. Now, if you're not familiar, how this works is you can get a loan basically from PayPal for your business. And then when you have payments come through for anything, but specifically you're going to likely have most payments from eBay, they take a portion of that. So you can set up how much. So how much you borrow factors into how much your payment schedule for sending it back, basically. And I believe you can have 30 to 35% of your incoming money directly taken towards your loan. So there are people who utilize PayPal working capital loans a lot, and then they pay them back directly and without having to do anything on their end, because the money is taken directly when they get money specifically from eBay. Now that's not going to work. Our eBay money, once you're in managed payments, isn't going to go to PayPal, so they can't take the money to pay back your loan. So if you do have a PayPal working capital loan and you're going into managed payments, you need to get a handle on that and start making bigger payments or figure out a way to pay it off before the switch. Walmart continues to plot their way to, if not take Amazon over, get very close to more of Amazon's share of e-commerce. According to an article that's actually posted on a lot of sites, I'm just reading from cnet.com, Walmart Plus subscription service will reportedly launch this month. Walmart will reportedly launch its own paid membership service called Walmart Plus later this month. The service, which aims to take on Amazon Prime, will cost $98 a year and include perks like same-day delivery of groceries, discounts at Walmart gas stations, and early access to some deals, according to a report on Tuesday. Walmart reportedly planned to launch this service in March or April, but was delayed due to the coronavirus pandemic. It's unclear if the service will be available nationwide or just in select locations at launch. Walmart in May said that e-commerce sales in the U.S. jumped by 74% in its latest quarter, powered by online grocery sales during the coronavirus crisis. But the retail giant has a long way to go if it wants to catch up with Amazon. As of March, Amazon gobbled up 39% of U.S. online sales, while Walmart's take was only 5%. Amazon Prime, which costs $119 a year, has more than 150 million paid members globally. On Monday, Amazon announced plans to open its first fulfillment center in Arkansas, the state where Walmart is headquartered. So an interesting development. I think when it comes certainly to groceries and personal care products, Walmart definitely has a leg up on Amazon because Amazon still relies a lot on third-party sellers to stock those items, whereas Walmart stocks them directly. So I don't know. What would you think about a $98 a year membership to Walmart Plus if you were able to get same-day delivery of groceries, the discounts at Walmart gas stations, which we don't have any Walmart. No, that's not true. We do have a Walmart gas station. And early access to deals. Personally, I think the same-day delivery of groceries would maybe be worth it if they're coming directly from Walmart and directly from a Walmart employee. You're not having to outsource to Shipt or any of those other services. They bring it to you directly. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, supposedly coming later this month. So we'll keep our eye on that one. If you are an Etsy seller, you might want to head over to the Etsy community page on the forums. There's a very active thread. It's titled Etsy Adding Illegal Tags to Our Listings. The original poster writes, I just noticed that Etsy is now adding additional tags at the end of my own on listings in 2 of my 3 Etsy shops. I've tried looking in different browsers and they are still there. I can't tell if it affects people observing the listing or the shop itself. Not only are these tags have nothing to do with my product, so they're misleading, some are for trademarked characters and brands. I do not want this associated with my listings, of course. Anyone looking at the tags might think I have put them there and am trying to illegally benefit from brand names. I've been trying to find the latest contact details for Etsy, but the contact pages just go around the circle. Please, does anyone know the email now? If this is happening to me, it's no doubt happening to others too, and it's really not right at all. There's no way that Etsy should ever add stuff to our listings like this, especially when it could compromise our integrity so badly. Now, there are a number of responses who say that this is happening to them as well. Tags that got put on someone's decor listings, other people who are putting that they are seeing licensed names put into their tags. So you can let me know if this is happening to you. But yeah, adding tags of licensed items that are trademarked that you aren't supposed to ever use, that are zeroed, or tags that don't have anything to do with what you are actually selling is so misleading and so strange. So the thread will be linked in the show notes, and if you want to go over, you can check it out and let me know what's going on if this is happening to you. In Poshmark news today, Poshmark has updated their Posh Party lineup, which are the virtual Posh parties. They hold 4 within the app each day, featuring the best brands, styles, and trends from seller stylists across the country. So if you like to participate in the Poshmark virtual parties, you can, 4 every day. They're listed over on the Poshmark blog. It will, of course, be linked in show notes. So starting tomorrow, you've got a boho, best in swim, men's style, together we posh. Friday, activewear, best in beauty, everything petite, and total boss posh party. Saturday, luxury, best in bags, best in home, everything chic. And Sunday, designer, best in dresses, everything kids, and warm weather style. So does anybody participate in the Posh parties? Do you go in there and share like crazy? Definitely let me know if you do. And finally today, as coronavirus cases in the U.S. surge, we have been talking about the state of retail. Some cities are pulling back now. Some stores are closing again. So of course this affects our ability to source if the thrift stores and retail in our areas are closed. We obviously can't go to them. So there's a new article on CNBC.com titled Shoppers Across the Country Are Retreating Again as Coronavirus Cases Surge. Just as shoppers were beginning to inch back to stores with local economies reopening and malls turning their lights back on, retail traffic declines are accelerating yet again. Retail traffic in the U.S. was down the most so far in 2020, on a year-over-year basis, during the week ended April 18th. According to data from the retail consultancy, ShopperTech, it fell 82.6%. From then until the past 14 days, there were slight improvements. Those declines shrank each week, according to ShopperTech, which is part of the Sensormatic Solutions. That's a fun name, Sensormatic. The decline has eased to being down just 34% from the year prior for the week ended June 20th. But over the past 2 weeks, retail traffic declines have accelerated once more as COVID-19 cases surged nationwide, with hotspots in states including Florida and Texas. Customers are retreating for a second time. Apple has made one of the boldest moves so far, closing dozens of stores in malls for a second time. The week ended June 27th traffic in the U.S. was down 35.7%, according to ShopperTrack. Last week, it was down 39.5% compared in the year prior. But not all states are looking the same. 37 states plus Washington, D.C. have trended down over the past 2 weeks on a year-over-year basis. 13 states, meantime, have continued to show improvement in traffic. The divide between the two is largely driven by the safety precautions that are being taken in each of those states. Of the 38 states with traffic falling again, only 8 of those are requiring masks statewide. Of the 13 on the rise, 11 require the general public to wear masks. The biggest growth in retail traffic is happening in states including New Jersey, Maryland, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New York. The biggest drop-offs, meantime, are happening in Mississippi, Texas, South Carolina, Louisiana, and Alabama. So, yeah, I think for those of us who are online shoppers, this is one of those bittersweet situations where we all want the economy back open. We don't want things closed in our areas. But if you sell online, this is your opportunity because people are not going to be in the stores and they're going to be coming back online as they were at the height of the pandemic and the stay-at-home orders. So we'll see how this plays out. Now, I know here in Iowa, we still don't have a mask mandate, but more retail is starting to require it. And one city has started to require masks indoors. So it's really, unfortunately, up to the states and the individual cities and counties as to what they can do, if anything. Some states, they can't do it unless the governor approves. Some states, the cities, can make those decisions. But of course, then comes enforcement, and it comes down to the individually owned retail to enforce the use of masks. But if this trend continues, either things are going to shut down again or everybody's going to have to wear a mask. I think everybody wearing a mask is a lot better than shutting things down again. But this is a fast developing story with the cases rising. So I'm sure this will not be the last we hear about people maybe starting to stay out of stores. I'm already thinking again, gosh, do I really want to go out? Do I really need to go to an estate sale or a thrift store? I don't know. It's scary out there. So yeah, please stay safe wherever you are and wherever you're going. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you listened on YouTube, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Remember that you can also listen to the podcast via Anchor, Spotify, Apple, and more. Check out the show notes below for links to the articles I referenced. And if you want to learn how to make money on eBay and YouTube the way I do, check out my books over on Amazon. My Amazon store is linked below. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.